presentation is Mr. Sri Manish Desai, Director Strategic Marketing and Business Development, Abbott Healthcare Private Limited. Mr. Shadai has over 25 years of experience in the Indian pharmaceutical industry. He has been instrumental in building mega brands like Quick-Start, Ironol, Pediasure, and Ensure. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome Mr. Sri Manish.
Good morning. And thank you, Jason, for my short introduction. That was good. It was already delayed about 15 minutes. I think technology sometimes makes wonders for us and also great for us. Hopefully, we will have a session running very soon. When I was chatting just before the presentation, I was chatting with Mr. Joshi and also Mr. Marjon. And I realized that the focus of the meeting conference is definitely on export, the products and the competition and the facilities going out of the country. But I also see there are a lot of delegates over here who are also interested in the Indian market, Indian opportunities, and looking at entering into India, or those some of the members of the IDMA organizations who are already there in the Indian market want to really build their businesses in India. And that's a context under which I am presenting some of the thoughts, sharing some of the experiences, learnings for the past 25 years. The three brands that I mentioned, I'm also very proud of associated with those brands because there are a lot of 300 brands. Even we started initially in the range of Abbott Healthcare, which is about 700 crore business today. Only we started out with 400 crore plus. Ironol franchise more than 100 crore. And Pediasure, I'm sure all of you must have seen the advertisements of some of the clients of Pediasure, more than 300 crore franchise. So some of the learnings, rather than talking about daily, some of the learnings I'm trying to pick from those brands over the years, what I learned, try to put in a framework which might be relevant for someone who is looking at India market afresh, or someone who has been there in the Indian market, probably will discover something new this time with the presentation. So I hope it is going to be a journey of 15 to 20 minutes that you'll enjoy all of it. I'll start with a statement. I'm sorry, I can't go around. So do you have a... Yeah, okay. So how does this Peter Drucker statement relate to what I'm talking about? I think he says that he continues to say all the time, the purpose of the business and the only purpose of the business, why it exists, is to gain, retain, continue to retain, and make customers happy. And if that is the cause for which the business is going to live, then I think the brands, they are the delivery vehicles through which you continue to remain connected with your audiences, with your customers, through which you continue to deliver the value to the customers. And that's the reason the statement of Mr. Drucker has to be looked into that context. That the purpose of the business is to create and keep customers all the time. How brands and mega brands and the holistic approach is going to be useful in doing that. I think in the same context, what we really need to understand that what is the role of marketing that is changing, and especially in the Indian pharmaceutical industry, how the role is changing. All of us and some of us have gone through the ways in which the role of the brand manager would be making a visual folder, making a lead literature, and dispatching it from the head office, several things to the field. We sometimes get used or sometimes we don't get used. But I think organizations are realizing that the role of the brand manager, the role of the marketing is a lot more strategic in nature. It is also top and bottom line driven, and at the same time it is also cross-functional. So a lot of organizations are moving in that direction towards the new role of the marketing. I think the newer challenge and newer opportunities that they will emerge. And then what is the new thing that we're talking about? We're talking about new thing of reinventing itself for the role of the marketing as a customer-focused leaders within the organization. So marketing is a department, marketing colleagues are the people who have the onus on their shoulders, burden on their shoulders, get the customer voice inside the organization. Because organizations as they become big especially, they become inflexible. They tend to forget what customers have to say. They start neglecting customers. The role of the marketing teams all the time is to get back the insights from the customers, back to the organization, and continue to drive all the organizations, all the departments, ensure ensuring that ultimately they serve the customers. It is very, very important changing the mindset. Mindset for the organization, top people in the organization, and also the marketing teams themselves. I think this slide, this data, I think all of us are familiar with. Indian market, more than 60,000 crore market, $1 billion, $12 billion, depending upon what exchange rate you choose and calculate with. Though the growth has come down of late, but still continues to be one of the fastest growing market in the world and among the emerging markets. And it is expected, the prognosis, various prognosis are in the deeper, but growth in the range of 12 to 14% is something various data prognosis are recommending and suggesting. Market is highly fragmented with lakhs of brands, 20,000 plus companies, several reps vying for the attention of the doctor, and this fragmentation is not something new for those of you who have stayed in the Indian market for the last several years. What is becoming important and more important is that to survive and to grow in the coming years, it's going to be critical to build big brands and building them really, really big. As the pipelines and the new pipelines especially they start drying up, already that's quite visible. If you look at the number of new molecules that are getting launched, the number of new fixed dose combinations that are getting launched last few years, you see that there is a significant reduction in those numbers. So what is going to happen is that your existing brands, all the new brands that you are going to launch, which are going to be few in number now, we need to make them big. And hence, I think the mindset of the marketing teams, mindset of the organizations, that needs to change towards building really big brands. And that is the reason the holistic marketing is going to play very, very important role. Some analysis and interesting analysis. All of us, again in the industry, keep on looking at, keep on discussing top 300. And it's many times it's a matter of pride and prestige if you have your brands and more brands entering into top 300. While on one hand we say that the industry is very fragmented, look at this data. Less than 1%, 300 brands means out of 30,000 plus brands that we have. I'm not including SKUs, I'm just talking about brands. 30,000 plus brands. Out of those, less than 1%, 300 brands, they contribute to 33%, one-third of the industry turnover. And actually that indicates that brands can be built, brands can have long lives in the Indian market. I'll just explain this line a little bit. What you see on this axis is the age in years. So this is a bracket of 0 to 5 years, 5 to 10 years, 10 to 20 years, and 20 years onwards. And these are the number of brands that they call in that bracket. And this is the value. The value grows. And for some of our colleagues or some of the delegates who have come from outside India, 5 crores roughly is $1 million. Just to do a quick conversion. So what you observe is that in the bracket of 10 years plus, we have almost to 25 brands out of 300, and they contribute 25% of the turnover to the industry. That means that the brands on the long-term basis can be built in this fragmented, so-called fragmented market with 30,000 brands, and those brands can be grown. As I look at the next slide, it's also a very interesting slide. Many times we tend to think that as we become bigger and bigger, your growth has to come down. As you become from a horse to a elephant, your speed has to come down, but not necessarily true. These are some of the big brands of the industry, and what we represent on this axis is that the value they got added in last 1 year. Augmented, 400 crore brand, plus brand, added almost 60 crores, $12 million in last 1 year to the kitty. And on the other side, Revival, at about $5 million to the kitty. So the point is that the big brands can be grown, and once they reach the inflection point, actually no one can stop those brands. So this is the industry's interest, this is the interest of the organizations, this is the interest of the marketing community. It is very, very important that we continue to look at our big pillar brands and look at the opportunities, how they can be grown. Because if you look at the opportunity, and this slide, which really talks about the opportunity, is that only about 1/3 of the Indian population they still have access to medicines or the modern medicines, which is what we call the allopathic medicines. So there is the under-diagnosis, under-treatment for many disorders, chronic disorders, other active disorders. And hence, when you look at the power of the brand, the abilities of the brands to grow, abilities of the brands to provide more and more access to consumers, So there is a fantastic opportunity for the Indian pharma industry to build big brands because there is a sizable opportunity, room left for growing those brands for the next few decades. There is a great demographic advantage that India has in terms of the mean age, in terms of the number of people. About 1/3 of India's population is less than 12 years of age. I think a great demographic advantage which is going to be important for India over the next few decades. And hence, there is opportunity. So no one should say that my brand has become so big that I don't have opportunity to grow. Big brands can grow and there are still bigger opportunities available in the market for them to grow. Over the years, when I look back, what are the 3 or 4 factors which have become very, very important in building big brands and building them holistically? I think 3 or 4 factors which come to my mind. Maybe the textbooks you will find maybe more than 8 or 10 principles. But maybe with the experience in the Indian pharma industry, I think the 4 which are most relevant which I find. A is the differentiation. Very, very important in such a crowded market. When you have 100 brands of atorvastatin, at what level you are going to build a differentiation is a big challenge for the marketing teams, but they need to take up that challenge. Whether it is a product, whether it is a packaging, whether it is a pricing, whether it is a promotion, whether it is a distribution, which target segment you are going to go behind, which indication, what positioning. I think these are all the variables which are available for the differentiation. It is very, very, very important if you want to build a big brand and break away from the orbit of 10 crores or 12 crores and get into the orbit of 25 or 50 crore brands. It is very, very important that we have inbuilt differentiation for the brand, and that's the task marketing managers and the brand managers have to do. Focus, yes, very important again. Everyone wants to do everything for everyone. So I want to promote my brand in all possible indications. I want to go and meet all the possible doctor segments, and I want to make all the claims which are available for promoting my brand. I think that's not going to help. The focus in terms of what segment you choose, what position you choose, what indication you choose, what application you choose, that focus is going to be very, very important. So differentiation, focus, simplicity. Another very important thing, we believe that we are in field of ethical selling and we need to be complex. That is not important because we deal with human beings ultimately. We deal with doctors for human beings, we deal with patients for human beings. And all of them, they want very simple, very consistent messages. So I think simplicity or whatever we do, whatever promotional tactics or strategies that we employ, simplicity is the name of the game. And the fourth one is consistency, what we do. Those of us who have lived in product management, in brand management, we feel that every month, every cycle, we must change something in the visual communication in the LBA, and that is great marketing. Not necessary. Consistency is the name of the game again. Because in the fragmented markets, consumers or customers, they don't remember what you said in your last message. But remember, there are consistent messages through your promotional media, through your communication which are given, they remember. So I think consistency is very important. So these are the 4 pillars, I would say, when one starts on the journey of brand building. These are the very, very 4 important pillars, and especially in the healthcare industry and market like India. And how does that all dovetail finally into holistic approach towards building big brands? You won't find this discussion in any textbook because it does not come from any textbook. It is actually the iteration of what one has seen over the years, what one has discussed with the colleagues in the industry. Because some of the features or some of the aspects that we are talking about are certainly unique to the Indian pharma industry and Indian healthcare industry. So what we are seeing over here is that the organization which is a customer-centric has to get a second. So organization which is looking at a customer all the time is very, very critical and very, very important. So we are not interested only to make profits and top line and bottom line. Yes, that is very, very important. But I think the focus on the customer is ultimately going to be the key in building in brands. Integrated marketing, very important. On one hand, you have mass strategy. You want to go to the masses. There is an opportunity to go to the masses. You have a pricing which is suitable for the masses. But then you have only CRM programs which go to only 500 doctors or 1000 doctors or 2000 doctors. I think that's probably inconsistent. So having a consistent strategy is very, very important, and some of the examples that I saw in my next few slides. I think having this integrated marketing, consistency with various elements of the marketing is important. Internal marketing, another very important piece, because pharma industry depends and still largely depends on personal selling. And unless we internally market the product and therapies in which we have products, where we have presence, unless we excite our teams, it is going to be a lot more difficult for them to go and communicate the messages and communicate the right messages to the audiences and to the customers. So I think internal marketing is very important. You have challenge of internal marketing, especially if you are winning as a part of the event, which a lot of people out here and they would have that challenge. But in case of events, you are also trying and communicating and convincing someone who is sitting maybe 2,000 kilometers or 5,000 kilometers away from this market that what are the nuances of this market, what are the challenges of this market, and what are the opportunities of this market. So internal marketing is also important in that point of time. And implementation. Ultimately, at the end of the day, all your strategies, integrated marketing, internal marketing, science marketing, ultimately has to dovetail into execution or implementation at the end of the process. And organizations, the teams, the brands, those who can achieve this, they see a great amount of success while building on this path. I'm going to look at some of the examples and the three brands and the three mentors that we talked in the beginning, where probably I've done in my career, and I'm going to look at the global slides on each one of them and try and round some of the learnings that I'd like to share and put it in front of our audience. This is a brief introduction to Novartis insurance business, which is Abbott Novartis business. As I mentioned, it was the virtual market business, which has been still continues to grow double digits. And what is important is that this business about 2 decades back was less than 20 crores. So business has compounded fantastic CAGR of more than 30% over the last 2 decades. That's no mean achievement. And that has been made possible because holistic approach applied to build the market and also dominate the market. And how it has been done to the integrated approach is what I want to demonstrate and talk about for 2 minutes. So what you see is a very integrated marketing approach on the right side of the corner. And what do I mean by that? When you're building a category, like for example, if you are in marketing and you're building a car market, as you continue to shape the market, continue to build the market, the demand keeps on coming at various price points. And unless you have a portfolio which takes care of those various price points, you won't be in a position to get best out of your therapy shaping activity. And that was realized very early, and that's the reason the portfolio of insurance, they had human insurance as a violin, which is a basic functional product, going up with various delivery devices. So various price points, various advantages for different audiences, and that was realized very early. Second important issue is the pool chain. All of you are aware that insurance requires a pool chain. When you are wanting to improve the access of insurance across the country, probably to begin with 2 decades back, insurance was a product only of metros. We realized again very early in the day that if you want to really expand the market, shape the market, build the market, reaching out to the smaller towns with the proper pool chain arrangement is going to be very, very important. So significant upfront investment was done in building the pool chain, which not only served the customers well, but also served as a differentiation factor for quite a number of years because that gave us a tremendous lead for the competitive brands in the market. So I think integrated campaign was really well thought about as far as the digital strategy. Science-based initiatives, yes. I remember some of the years when we have more than 1,200 or 1,500 CV programs happening